Judging somebody for the way that they sin is easy, especially if you're illegally spying on them. But you know what's hard? What's hard is coming face to face with your own sins, sitting with your own sins, taking a step back and really looking at your own mistakes, your own wrongdoings, your lacks. Now, in my case, I don't have a choice. People have been targeting me, have been demonizing me. I don't have a choice but to look at my own sin and to come to terms with forgiving myself for my own sins and also realizing that a lot of them were actually provoked. But I think that for a lot of gang stalkers, it's really easy for them to vilify and torture and harass someone for their sins because it makes it easier to ignore their own. But I just want to remind you, no matter how much you project on other people and how much you want to look at other people for their wrongdoings while ignoring your own, it doesn't change anything. You're still a human. You still sin. Just because you sin differently than someone else does not make you better than them. As a matter of fact, putting yourself in a position to be the judge, jury, and executioner of another person makes you worse than that person. The experience of being gang stalked, being harassed, being targeted makes you feel like public enemy number one. But I'm not confused, or at least not anymore. I know who I am. I know I'm a good person. I don't have to convince myself or others of any of it. I know who I am. I know what I am. I serve my community. I'm helpful. I'm smart. I'm funny. I'm full of qualities. But more importantly, I'm a great friend to the people I love. So yes, for a long time, the actual demonization, being vilified, made me feel like perhaps I'm not that good of a person. Perhaps I deserve what's happening to me. But once I started to understand and educate myself on what gang stalking actually is, I started to understand, oh, no. This is what they want me to believe. They want me to believe that I am a bad person when in fact I'm quite the opposite. But don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that I'm not a sinner. I am a sinner. But when being pushed to reactive abuse, one is bound to make mistakes, to make bad decisions. And that doesn't make me a bad person. That only makes me human. It makes the people involved in it bad people. And those being fooled into participating in that kind of activity, I usually have some kind of grace. I offer some kind of grace to these people because they don't understand what they're doing. But I had a chat with my wife about this, and she basically told me that I was too forgiving of these people that are basically terrorizing me. And what she said to me, the words she said to me really were impactful. She said, would you ever do something like that for any reason? And I can honestly say, with or without having lived this experience, I would never do this to anyone for any reason. Because at the end of the day, I'm a good person. So you can try to justify your actions as a gang stalker all you want, but the truth is the way you treat other people has much more to do with who you are than who they are. Remember, targeted individual, you deserve grace, you deserve mercy. Love yourself, always. This is the War Against Narcissism, guys. Salute.